fans think with their heart and their emotion, don't they? And I think if you're in a football club, you have to be cold about it and make the decision that it's best for the club rather than what the fans want. And I think, you know, in many ways, the fans at some point were really down on the players. It's the fact that so many players survived at Old Trafford when they weren't performing, and they survived manager after manager. Jose Mourinho tried to get Martial out of the club, but he couldn't do it. That these players just didn't deliver enough on the pitch to justify surviving or outlasting so many managers. So even when we had that horrendous defeat at Crystal Palace, the fans were happy to blame the players because they felt the players had let Ten Hag down. Now, that gave Ten Hag an incredible kind of security blanket, which he probably didn't earn.
Journalist Mark Ogden over here seems to think that the blame should solely fall on Erik Ten Hag, and United supporters shouldn't blame the players, even those that have out-survived numerous other managers, which has obviously led fans to want to try a different approach after 10 years of the same results. Maybe keeping mediocre players and sacking good managers is not the way forward.
The part that I just simply cannot get past is offering Erik Ten Hag a new contract. Why? Okay, his current contract is up in a year's time, but let's be honest, he's not going anywhere. Right. Nobody's coming after Erik Ten Hag.
Fans are utterly stupid sometimes, aren't they?
Whoa, whoa, baby, calm down.
I mean, they're so fickle. And, you know, they win a cup final, great. But did they have the blinkers on for the rest of the season? You know, just, and anything else. You know, they've had, as Augie said, they've had a review. The review was the season and say, well, you know, we've derailed other people's seasons. That's not what a football club should be about. A football club should be about not looking at other teams and how you've disrupted them, but what you have done yourself. And yes, they won the cup, but the rest of it was absolutely dire.
Craig Burley is under the impression that fans had a heavy hand in Ten Hag retaining his managerial position, when there's absolutely no evidence to back up this claim. Being an ex-player, you would think that Burley would appreciate a club still winning a trophy with all the chaos surrounding it all year. Even Burley would admit winning the FA Cup is no easy feat, seeing that the ex-footballer was a midfielder for Chelsea when they won the competition back in 1997. Sadly, he was left out of the final. But he did play in the match when Chelsea reached the FA Cup final back in 1994. Unfortunately for him, it was against this team. Burley was substituted after 60 minutes.
What have we seen, with the exception of the game against Liverpool and against a hungover Manchester City in the FA Cup? What have we seen, with the exception of the game against Liverpool and against a hungover Manchester City in the FA Cup?